Hey guys, welcome back to another Vinny Vid Productions. It seems that this week has been a week of requests. So, I try to accommodate all my subs that ask for requests, and if I can do it, I will. This request, there was about 2 or 3 guys that wanted to see a tank train running on my layout. So, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with this one and run 4 6-axle power locomotives pulling a 30-car tank train. The surprise will be there'll be a mid-train helper on this one. So the power for this is going to be BNSF SD70 Mac, a Norfolk Southern SD70M, and 2 Santa Fe or ATSF -9s. So sit back and enjoy it. This is probably going to be about a 10 to 12 minute video. Had fun doing it. Let me know what you guys think. Anyhow, just to give you guys a heads up, I'm going to be doing voiceover after this point. Going to try it out and see how it works and all of that kind of good stuff. Anyhow, stand by and we'll get on with the video. Alright guys, this is where we catch our train leaving Phoenix. It is heading northbound, but as the crow flies, it's actually northwest. We're passing Paramount Petroleum, which is actually part of the yard, but I don't think it has anything to do with BNSF. I don't know exactly what they do there, but they got a lot of tanks, and I like tanks, so I decided to do it. Anyhow, a little bit more. Any decals that you see on this layout are done by John Prescott. He did a fantastic job. I sent him pictures of the prototype signs and such, and he reproduced them in decals for me. So thumbs up to John. If you guys need any decals, always check John out. Hey, look at that. Somebody put the locomotive in the wrong place. I have a question for DJ. If you watch this video, please let me know if the mid-engine helper needs to have buffer cars. Anyhow, we'll be leaving this room here and entering room number 2 very shortly. So let's see what happens in room number 2. Here we are in room number 2. We're passing, this is actually Central Phoenix. We're passing Hootig Building Supplies. Funny thing is about this place is I got an email from this guy a couple months ago and asked me why I had so many different kind of details in the facility. And I told him, well, I had lots of room and I had lots of details, so I would go ahead and put them in there. Well, he wrote me back and said, well, for your information, we specialize in doors and windows. So eventually I'll change out some of the details in there and put some doors and windows in. Anyhow, again, locomotives in the wrong place. Try to talk to those guys. Anyhow, we're getting close to moving on to the next part of this video. We're going to cruise right by Glendale, and that's where my ethanol plant's going to be, but we will catch that one on the way back. So the next part of this video will be going around the curve and entering into what I am calling North Glendale. So let's see what happens with this one. Alright, we're coming around the corner here, and we'll be entering North Glendale. North Glendale has 5 industries that will be switched out, and you'll see 4 of them as the train heads back towards Phoenix. Under normal circumstances, if my helix was built, this train would actually go up the helix and head out to Ash Fork, Arizona, where it will be broken down, and the next crew will come and get it, and they'll bring it to the east-west transcontinental BNSF main lines. But unfortunately, my helix is not done yet, so instead we're going to go around the reverse loop that I have that goes around the helix. The 2 tracks you see there in the center, they will be the entrance to the ethanol plant and to my small holding yard that I intend to put in there. So, so far this is running pretty good. I gotta say, my trains haven't been run for at least 2 months, and the track is pretty dirty. I gave it a once over, but it's still pretty dirty. So anyhow, we'll go on to the next scene here, and we'll follow the train further along. Alright, here we are passing North Glendale again, and technically, like I said, this train should be coming down from the helix and passing through the scene. The four structures you see there, starting at the left side, is Sun Electronics. Then we have Jet Manufacturing. Then we have Modular Systems, and the one that you could barely see the top of the roof of is Big D's Flooring Supply. All four of these get boxcars, and the one that you don't see is called SFP Plastics. They are plastics injection molding, and they will get hoppers in that facility. I'm using Digitrax super cheap system. I like Digitrax. All my locomotives are powered by Digitrax. Everybody's got their preferences, and Digitrax happens to be mine. I've used NCE and I like it, but I just happen to like the Digitrax a little bit better. Anyhow, we'll move on to the next part of this video, and we will see the future plans for my ethanol plant. I've been doing some research on that to figure out how all the piping and how all the buildings have to be situated. Eventually I'll get to that. By the way, all the trees that you see on my layout are by Bobby at Long Shadows Trees. He's done about 50 trees for me, and all the trees you see on there, except for the palm trees, were done by Bobby. So if you need trees, give Bobby a look. See, and give him a little bit of business too. Anyhow, our train, like I said, I don't think I mentioned this before, but I have my controller set at speed step number 4. And it seems that all locomotives are working pretty good together. No situation and no problems as of right now. And so we'll continue on with this video, and we'll get to the next scene, which will be passing through Central Phoenix, heading back to Mobash Yard. And here we are, and the next, oops, sorry for that out of focus, fellas. Didn't know that happened. But anyhow, this, again, the decals are done by John Prescott. These are all prototypical structures that are on my layout, and they are all scratch built by me. I tried to get as prototypical as I can. I actually used if a boxcar or a tanker car was sitting in the industry, I would use that as a judgment to see how long the buildings are, you know, what size I should make the buildings. Anyhow, we're going to be heading back to Phoenix here shortly, and we'll continue on with the video. Sure takes a long time for a 30-car train to go through a scene, but it is running at pretty much prototypical scale speed here. Alright, and now we finally enter into train room number 1, and the train is heading to Mobash Yard, where it'll pull into the siding, and when it gets there, the yard crew will come down and break it all in, and these are all prototypical industries that we're passing by here, and the train will be crossing McDowell Road and entering into yard property. So, like I said, the train will be broken down here. The yard crew will come out and put the cars in the yard track for further instructions of where and when they need to go out again. Anyhow, so far I'm liking what I see here. I mean, the thing is running pretty good. No problems with it whatsoever, and that's pretty good considering I haven't used my track for more than 2 months. In fact, the last time I used it was when Bob Reynolds was here. So if you guys go back to that video, whenever that was, that's the last time I used this. Anyhow, we're getting close to the end of this video. Hope you guys liked it. I had fun doing it. And as always, your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951 out.